All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening and learning, to the Bayesha Dabadat, the house of David. I'm Ayesha Tad with Men of Valor, Las Vegas camp, coming to you through the will and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, you are the true children that the Bible speaks of. All right, salvation belongeth unto you and you alone. First and foremost, to the elect, 144,000 men. Adawan Aratazah, Lord willing, be of that number. All right, then the multitude of the men, women, and children who believe upon the testimony full-heartedly. All right, believing upon the names of Yahweh. All right, who the world ignorantly calls Jehovah or God. His name is Yahweh, which means he is, he to be, he exists. Bahashem, in the name. All right, because we come in the name of the Most High, and Bahashem, all right, in the name Yahweh Shai, and his only begotten Son, all right, who the world calls Jesus Christ, which means he saves, he delivers, he is salvation. He is our mediator. He is our immediate source to Yahweh. There is no other way that we may be able to praise Yahweh without praising Yahweh Shai. All right, he is the one that was in the wilderness that saved us and delivered us through the will of Yahweh. All right, the one who died for the sins of Israel. All right, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian, as well as the speckled bird whose father's line goes back. All right, first and foremost, for the elect of the nation of Israel, the 144,000 men, the elect, and the multitude of the men, women, and children who believe upon the testimony. All right, because we discount not his blood. All right, but what he has done for us. All right, in the covenant that we had all entered into, even though 2/3 of the nation of Israel will have to learn cancellation and deletion by pain, all right, for not hearkening unto the word, taking heed to the warning of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai's beautiful testimony, all right, a testimony that belongs unto you, all right, but since they have no respect for it, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, will do away with them, and they will have to come back through the loins of the elect, all right. I got a lesson for you today, Lord willing, be edifying, uplifting unto the body. I'm going to start here in the book of Deuteronomy, and it's going to be chapter 32. I'm going to start at verse 7, but the lesson is geared towards verse 10, all right? But I'm going to read for the context. Lord willing, be uplifting and edifying to the body once again. We're going to start here in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 2, 32, and verse 7, and it reads, "Remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations." Right, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai gave us this book for an inheritance. All right, this is part of our inheritance that we are able to look upon. We're able to remember these things as long as Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, all right, gives us the Spirit. Yahweh meaning he is, he to be, he exists. His name is not Jehovah. His name is not Yahushua. His name is Yahweh. All right, he is, he to be, he exists. Bahashem, in the name. All right, in the name. We come in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is our mediator. All right, he is the one that the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right, it means he saves, he delivers, he is salvation. Yahweh Shai is salvation is in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. He is the one that led us through the wilderness, through the will and power of Yahweh. All right, Bahashem, in the name Rachakodash, Holy Spirit, or Spirit Holy, which you must have to receive this doctrine, this truth, the love of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, because he has placed that comforter here for us. All right, to be able to understand the prophecies, the testimony, to understand this doctrine, to build our faith. Okay, let me start at the beginning again. Salakia. Deuteronomy 32 and 7. It says, remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Once again, this is our heritage book. Consider the things that are in this book, knowing who you are and whose you are. Ask thy fathers, and he will show thee. All right, thy elders, and thy elders, and they will tell thee. All right, so ask your spiritual fathers, ask your elders through the will and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, that we may know the way to walk, what to do, where to go, how to do it. All right, it is all through the will and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, following the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. All right, let's go ahead and continue on verse 8, and it reads, when the Most High Yahweh divided, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai divided the nations, their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam. We are the sons of Adam, all right? The Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as the speckled birds whose father's line goes back, all right? The original, all right, man, all right? He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. Goes to show you, once again, the sons of Adam's children of Israel. It gives you the detail right there to understand the Adamites, all right, the sons of Adam, the original man, all right, belongs to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which is his nation, all right. Continuing on, for Yahweh, Salakia, for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's portion is his people. Jacob, the lot of his inheritance. He found him in a desert land. All right, found him in a desert land and in the waste hollowing wilderness. He led him about. He instructed him to keep him as the apple of his eye. All right, so Yahweh Bashem Yahushai chose the nation of Israel, all right, the original Adamites, to be the apple of his eye. All right, so that's the one that he chose to be faithful, the one that he chose to be true, the one he chose to make near and dear unto him. All right, and matter of fact, let's go ahead and get that in the book of Exodus right quick. All right, and it's in other places. All right, Salakia. All right, and it's Exodus 19, and I'm going to read from verse 5, and it reads, now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. All right, so Yahweh Bashem Yahushai clearly stated, hey, it's the children of Israel. All right, let me continue to read, and I'm going to pull out a couple of more examples through the Spirit. All right, verse 7, and it reads, and Moses came and called for the elders of the people. All right, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said, ask your elders, the elders of the people. All right, the elders being those men who have the wisdom and the knowledge, all right, that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has imparted unto them. The prophets out on the highways and byways, all right, from our head apostle to Har, to Apostle Gabar, to Apostle Rakal, Apostle Ramla, the elders and the bishops, all the way down to the newest brother, all right, that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has given them 100% sound doctrine coming out of GMS, all right, the testimony of Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Salakia. Let me say it correctly, the testimony of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, all right. Continuing on, verse 7 again, and it reads, and Moses came and called the elders of the people and laid before the face all these words which Yahweh commanded him. And all the people answered together and said, all that Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, all right, spoke, we will do. And Moses returned the word of the people unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, so therefore at that day we entered into the covenant. All right, when the blood was sprinkled on the book and sprinkled on the people. All right, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai imparted that unto us. All right, for an inheritance. All right, that we are found worthy, faithful, and true. All right, because Yahweh Bashem Yahushai loved us. Okay, he loved us, the children and the nation of Israel, by his word, by his decree. All right, and this is what he set up before us. All right, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, and verse 12, and it reads, and now Israel, what doeth Yahweh thy power require of thee, but to fear Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai thy power, and walk in all the ways, and love him, and serve Yahweh Bashem Yahushai thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and the statutes which I command thee this day for thy good. All right. So Yahweh Bashem Yahushai gave us the laws, statutes, and commandments, all right, that he has set forth for us, all right, to be that peculiar, special, particular treasure unto him. He also said, set us aside and let us know the details of the contract, all right. And this lesson's an impromptu, so Salakia, if you feel like it's a little all over the place, all right. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 11 verse 26, and it reads, behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse. A blessing if you obey the commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai your power, which I command you this day, and a curse if you will not obey the commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai your power, and turn aside out of the way which I command you this day, to go after other gods which thou have not known. All right, so Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said, if you any way deviate from this contract and you serve other gods or do anything against the law, all right, I will hold you accountable and responsible for it. All right, this was the clause of the contract after Moses had read the book and he had sprinkled the blood on the people and the book. All right, for that sacrifice was made unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We were deemed his, all right, as he has chosen us, and we in return really couldn't do anything otherwise. All right, he has chosen us to be who we are. All right, and we accepted that contract because he put it in us to accept it. All right, he loved us. All right, the nation of Israel. Okay, this is going to be here in the book of Jeremiah. Moving on. All right, and once again, let me read Deuteronomy again, Deuteronomy 32 and 10, because this is where I was at in the point of the lesson. And it reads, he found him in the desert land and in the waste hollowing wilderness. He led him out. He led him about. He instructed him to keep him as the apple of his eye. All right. As the apple of his eye. All right. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai led the children of Israel. Okay. We are still the apple of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's eye. All right. This is Jeremiah chapter 2, starting at verse 2, and it reads, go and cry in the ear of Jerusalem. Say, thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, I remember the kindness of thy youth, the love of thy espousal, when thou wentest after me in the wilderness, in the land that was not sown. Israel was holiness unto Yahweh, and the first fruit of his increase. All that devour him shall offend. Evil shall come upon them, saith Yahweh. All right, so all these nations that devour Israel, that come up against Israel, have to answer for it. Why? Because we are still the apple of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's eye. It is the covenant that he has made with the nation of Israel. All right. He said, and he said he will make another covenant with us, a new covenant. All right. As we are not under the second covenant. All right. We have grace and mercy right now. All right. So you Israelites out there, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back, you have something to look forward to. All right. You have that which Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has given you, a heritage. Okay. Let me read this. This is the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 1. It reads, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound the alarm in his holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh's coming, for it is nigh at hand. All right. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is nigh at hand. All right. These other nations are starting to find out that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai still has a remnant of people. His people are still here, but he has an elect. All right. He has elect of the nation of Israel who he's coming to gather. He's coming to gather because those people are lost sheep. Okay. The lost sheep of the nation of Israel, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is coming to gather. because we have been scattered all over the earth, but chiefly here in the shores of Babylon the Great, aka Sodom and Gomorrah, aka Egypt, here in America. All right. And being that we were scattered, Yahweh Shem Yahushai left that remnant, that vine of righteous seed to be his people. All right. To receive deliverance. Okay. What did he tell to the Canaanite woman? Matter of fact, let's go ahead and go there. All right. He told to the Canaanite woman. All right. Which, she wasn't really Canaanite, but, in scriptures, in these scriptures, most people believe she is the Canaanite woman. And as it reads in Matthew 15, it says a Canaanite woman's faith. All right, understanding, as you understand through the scriptures and you understand through the will and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, it is only the Israelites who ever received the blessing. Okay, so she couldn't be actual Gentile. All right. But that's for another lesson. I'm going to get directly to the point, and it reads, but he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All right, unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said he is sent. Yahushai was sent, and this is in the red letter, so it's Yahushai saying it. He said he was only sent for the children of Israel, for the ones who were lost, for the ones who did not know that they belonged to him. All right. It goes to tell you here in the book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 12, and it reads, how think ye, if a man have 100 sheep, and one of them be gone astray, doeth he not leave the 99 and goeth unto the mountain and seek that which is gone astray? All right. So if you don't know who you are, and Yahweh Shem Yahushai has predestinated you to be of his nation, first and foremost of the elect of the nation of Israel, do you think that Yahweh wouldn't send his only begotten son, Yahushai, to go and get that which belongs to him? And what belongs to him is the nation of Israel. We know he's made everything, but what he chose to belong to him and to his begotten son is his nation. So that he gave his nation the blessing of being brought back through the sacrifice of his only begotten son. All right. That's why that lamb without blemish was given unto the nation of Israel. Okay. Continuing on. And it reads 13. And if so be that he find it, verily, I say unto you, he rejoiceth more over the sheep than of the 99 which went not astray. Right? So he rejoices over the children, all right, that are being brought back unto his order to bring back unto his house. As this sheep was lost, now I have a complete fold. I sanction, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is saying, I sanction 100 sheep. 100 sheep is the entirety of my fold in what I want. When one goes astray, I am not complete and whole. All right. I want my other sheep. So Yahweh has sent Yahushai to bring back the one sheep. All right. Being the multitude of the men, women, and children that believe upon the testimony. All right. To bring back that one sheep back unto the fold so that his house may be complete and stand as he wants it. All right. The 2/3 will perish. All right. Will be canceled, will be deleted, but will come back through the loins of the elect. All right. And Yahweh Shem Yahushai therefore is enlarging the tents of Israel. Okay. Offspring, children. Yes. All right. This is a part of the glory and the majesty of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You don't think that Yahweh Shem Yahushai wants to magnify and glorify his name even more by making his nation bigger? The average man in this world wants a bigger portion of a household. All right. The this wicked ass queendom wants more land, more people to rule. How much more does the Yahweh, the Most High, all right, and his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, want to have the name glorified and magnified in the nation and his people to be magnified and to grow. It is all to the glory of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Don't think small. Think think universe. Okay? Think universe. Think beyond worlds. All right? It is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai who is beyond, all right, worlds and beyond beyond. All right. He is he to be. He exists. He is everything. He is all things, anything that can be, anything that will be. It has already been done by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay. Verse 14, and it reads, even so, it is not the will of your Father which is in heaven, that one of these little ones should perish. All right. So Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai wants not one to perish. All right. He wants not one of his little ones, of his elect, of the fold, from that 100, that 99 that is left over there. I'm gonna go and get that one. Yahweh sent Yahweh Shai to go and get that one, which is the entirety of the elect. All right. Yahweh sent Yahweh Shai to be the only begotten Son on earth as in heaven, so that he may bring back the children of Israel, the Bayeshadabadah, the house of David, to come back unto him, to serve him as he sees fit and as he pleases. All right? That he is the one to bring us back, Lord willing, be of that number, that his house be whole. This is here in the book. This is the Spirit. This is here in the book of Sirach, chapter 37 and verse 25. And it reads, the days in the life of a man be numbered. The days in the life of man, a mortal man, may be numbered. All right, just a man. But the days of Israel are innumerable. All right, the days of Israel are innumerable. All right, innumerable. This is what he has. This is what he has given. All right, to the nation of Israel. This is part of the promises and the blessings. Okay, and what did he give us to sustain us? Let me read this. This is the book of Sirach. Sirach 36 and verse 15, and it reads, give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning, and raise up, all right, raise up prophets that have been in thy name. All right, raise up the prophets that have been in thy name. Reward them that wait for thee, and let thy prophets be found faithful. All right, so Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has a remnant, has the prophets here on the highways and byways doing these epistles and giving sound doctrine, the 100% truth coming out of GMS, standing faithful and true for the will and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, Lord willing, this be an edifying, uplifting video. All right, may Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai bless you and your household. Till the next time, Amaya Shatab saying Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, Wa Abal Vabal. Shalom.